The healing begins. Part 1. Stepping away from conflict, your personal healing space, a place of peace, rest, and love. Hello, dear souls, dear bright angels pretending to be humans. Oh, how seriously you take your roles as humans, so seriously that sometimes you forget who you truly are. And so I never tire of reminding you, you are divine, you are beautiful, you are loved, and of course you are not alone because each of you is a member of the loving divine family. The veil is lifting, dear ones, and we are with you again, gently touching you and enveloping you in angelic embrace. We cannot do this without your permission, and we are immensely grateful to you, as well as immensely happy that you allow us to do so. You allow us to be with you, to touch you, to embrace you, to love you with unconditional, demanding nothing in return, with that same love of the divine home, the memory of which warms the most secret corners of your hearts. We want you to remember, dear ones, what a joy it is to love and to be loved with unconditional love. This love is healing. It heals your wounds, dries your tears, and soothes any pain. We are here with you to give you such love, dear ones. Today, we are once again creating a space of healing here. Here is this moment, here and now, where we have all gathered together. We, members of your divine family on this side of the veil, and you, listening or reading these lines on the other side of the veil. For those listening to these lines, you, readers, are in the future. For those reading these lines, the listeners remain in the past. But for us, all of this is happening simultaneously, and all of this is happening in one space, in the space of spirit, where the veil between dimensions is lifted so that our meeting can take place. Feel yourselves united. Feel yourselves in the space of spirit, in the space of here and now, where there is no time, neither past nor future. It is precisely in this space, precisely here and now, that healing occurs for each of you, whether you are listening or reading, regardless of where or when you listen or read these words. Enter the space of healing, where we are all together, all close. Let healing happen for those who want it and are ready to receive it. Kryon pauses, inviting readers to close the book, close their eyes and absorb the energies of healing. Dear ones, I see the healings that are happening right now. Yes, you are healed, and many of you will soon understand that I am speaking about them right now. Oh, these are not the last healings. Their number will increase from meeting to meeting, because with each of our meetings, you become more open to the healing energy that fills the space of our meetings. Fear nothing, open yourselves to healing energies, and healing will happen. Today, I want to talk specifically about the space of healing, about the fact that you can find yourself in this space, not only during our meetings. Each of you can create such a space for yourself. Moreover, if you want stable and complete healing, you need to take care of creating such a space. Understand me correctly. I am not talking about physical space. I'm talking about the space of spirit. This is inner space, not outer. This is the safe place for healing that you create within yourself. This is the place where healing energies can enter calmly and unhindered. Many of you understand what I'm talking about. During our meetings or reading this book, you feel something changing. Something changes within yourselves, and as a result, in the space of your life, you feel peace, comfort, and tranquility. You feel protected. You are filled with the light and love of God, and you are literally bathing in the soft and warm streams of healing energy, of love, peace, tranquility, and divine serenity. It's not at all like how you feel in ordinary life, right? It's not at all like those situations when you have to earn a living, overcome everyday difficulties and obstacles, defend your rights in various social conflicts, or fight with someone to prove your point. Sometimes you feel like you're in conflict, don't you? You go into battle every day and then feel broken, defeated, or victorious. It doesn't matter, but still very tired, powerless, and even sick. Dear ones, do you think it's possible to heal wounds if you haven't left the battlefield yet? Can you engage in healing when bullets are flying at you from all sides? Of course not. Now you understand why many of you have been sick for years and still can't recover? Because you keep fighting, dear ones. And every day of your life not only does not heal your old wounds, but adds more and more new ones. Many of you say, but Kryon, it's impossible, not to fight, not to struggle. Our life is such that if we don't fight, we will surely be defeated. Ah, dear ones, we have talked with you about this many times. Do you really think that the Spirit knows nothing about how you live? The Spirit knows all your problems and difficulties, all your everyday concerns, needs, and desires. The Spirit knows how difficult life is in the material world. But how many of you have won the struggle? How many of you have emerged as victors from the battlefield? Even if at some point you felt crowned with laurels of victory, what were the distant consequences? When you approach life, the world, people, even yourselves from a position of strength. In this struggle, there are and cannot be winners, dear ones. If someone approaches you from a position of strength and you respond in kind, you only tighten the knot that could be untied peacefully without struggle. Imagine this: you constantly preserve within yourself that peaceful, love-filled space in which you find yourselves here, at our meetings, at our healing sessions. You keep this space within yourself and yourself in this space, and live your ordinary life, solving everyday problems, engaging in your usual interactions with people, dealing with household and work matters, taking care of your family, satisfying your needs and desires. Yes, dear ones, it's hard for many of you to imagine this because the habits in you are so strong to solve everything through struggle, hard work, and exertion of force. And yet I tell you, constantly being in this loving, healing space, you will begin to solve your usual problems with much less effort, if any at all. You won't need to conflict with yourself and others anymore to get what you want. Everything you need will start coming to you easily and simply. You will begin to enjoy life. You will find it pleasant to deal with everyday life questions, even if it used to cause you difficulties and unpleasant emotions. Your life will change as if by magic, dear ones. And most importantly, in this peaceful, safe space, you will no longer receive any wounds. You will no longer experience pain. You will be out of reach of all potentially traumatic external influences. And as a result, you will begin to heal very quickly from all the diseases that have plagued you. Living without struggling with yourself and others, it's a habit you can develop. Many of you push yourselves to the point where your body can no longer cope, and illness literally puts you to bed. Thus, your body forces you to at least temporarily step away from the conflict that you call your life, and find yourself in a calm, peaceful, safe space of healing. But you won't need to be sick, lying in bed or on a hospital bed, if you voluntarily create a space of healing for yourself, where you will be not only during illness or at our healing sessions, but constantly. But how do I do that, Kryon? I hear your questions. Dear ones, it's just a matter of habit. It's a habit that each of you can develop. To do this, you just need to systematically, purposefully, daily develop this habit in yourself. There is no other way. If you have ever trained your body or even done morning exercises, you know how difficult it was at first to master these new skills. You had to make some efforts, even force yourself to practice. But when these activities became a habit and you felt that your body benefited greatly from it, you could no longer imagine how you lived before, without these habitual, useful, and pleasant skills. The same goes here. To acquire a new skill, you need to train it until it becomes a habit, until it becomes something natural and inseparable for you. You already know what this state is like, being in the space of love, peace, tranquility, and healing. Every cell in your body retains this knowledge, the memory of what this state is like. You can turn to this memory at any moment and reproduce this state, regardless of where you are and what you are doing. Start by doing this in a calm environment, for example, at home, or while doing your favorite activity when you feel calm and confident. Then start being in this state in other places, wherever you go for business or leisure. Then you will learn to maintain this state even in the midst of conflict or among people overwhelmed by panic, irritation, or discontent. You may feel how these external storms do not affect your deep peace, your tranquility, your angelic essence dwelling in love and light in the least. Moreover, your tranquility, your love, and your light will begin to act on others in such a way that the passions around you will calm down by themselves, and no arrow will hit you. No weapon will be able to be directed against you. You will understand what it means to be invulnerable, as if charmed from any bullets, arrows, poison, and weapons, both figuratively and literally. Oh, dear ones, we know how people are connected to each other and how easily you infect each other, with joy, light, and love, as well as with fear, irritation, discontent, anger, and aggression. But now you have a choice. When you find yourself in a heated atmosphere, where everything is saturated with the spirit of struggle. You can decide whether you will succumb to this influence, whether you will subject yourself to these external influences, or whether you will maintain your inner space of love, peace, and healing. It's solely your choice, dear ones. At any moment you can say, I do not submit to this. I submit myself only to the light and love of God and nothing and no one else. And the more you practice this, the better you will get at it. Understand correctly, dear ones. This is not a call to escape from reality. It's not a call to hide from problems. It's not a call to surrender to obstacles. It's a call to honestly and openly accept the challenges that life throws at you, but to accept them without rigidity and aggression, which hurt more than any weapon and hurt primarily yourselves, but with divine love and peace in your soul. It's a call to solve your usual problems, overcome obstacles, and accept reality as it is, but with an attitude of creation, not destruction. And even if someone's destructive influence is directed at you, you will deflect it simply because you are in your protected, safe place, which makes you invulnerable. If you decide that you are no longer subject to someone's destructive influences, then so be it. The main condition for creating a personal healing space: make peace with yourself. I want to remind you of the most important condition under which the creation of your own healing space is possible. You know what this condition is, dear ones. It's that you must make peace with yourself, accept yourself as you are, learn to treat yourself with warmth, love, and respect, regardless of anything. If you instill in your heart this unconditional, all-understanding, and all-forgiving love, nothing and no one will make you lose your temper. Nothing and no one will draw you into conflict. Nothing and no one will make you respond with anger to anger, aggression to aggression. By accepting yourself with respect and love, you will become tolerant, understanding towards others no matter how they behave. You will begin to see them through the eyes of the Spirit, and then you will not need to judge them or fight them. For example, you will see a person who has chosen to enrich himself at the expense of others, or even physically harm others. And if before this provoked anger and condemnation in you, now you will not feel anything like that, because you will see that this person made this choice for himself, and everyone has the right to any choice. But by making such a choice, he also agreed to all the consequences he will receive as a result of that choice. He may not remember this and even laugh at it, but he will have to face the consequences that will be commensurate with his actions. Now you can see that he deserves only sympathy. Therefore, you can simply step aside and let the Spirit work in this particular case. You don't need to interfere with the work of the Spirit with your judgment or your attempts to punish this person. Your interference can only disrupt this work. So all you need to do is direct your light onto this situation and onto the actions of this person, and then the Spirit will work in the most appropriate way in this case, so that the imbalance created by this person can be rectified by his own efforts. Dear ones, you often call this divine punishment, but it's not punishment. It's the natural consequences that a person receives for violating the laws of the perfect universe. These consequences are necessary because they restore lost balance. Subjectively, they may be unpleasant for a person, but they are a natural consequence of the causes created by them. You must know this. You must also know that even unpleasant consequences are ultimately beneficial to the one who caused them, and you must approach them accordingly, that is, without excessive dramatization. When you see the operation of these laws, you can maintain peace, love, and tranquility in any situation. You can empathize with those who suffer from causes they themselves have created, but you should not take on their imbalance. Stay in your protected space. It will help you maintain love and balance in any situation, allowing you to become impervious to others' imbalance. By making peace with yourself, by accepting yourself, you will shield yourself from unnecessary conflicts and create a safe space for healing. And again, remember the rule: always start with yourself. But if you have difficulty accepting yourself, remember that you have your divine self, which is always ready to be your best partner and resolve any difficulties. Turn to it and say, Dear God, dear Spirit, Almighty, my divine self, show me how it feels to experience the love and forgiveness of God. Show me how it feels to be understood and accepted as you are unconditionally. Show me how it feels to sense the care, warmth, and compassion of the wise universe, the Creator. And all you have to do is accept this energy, which will begin to flow over you in powerful yet gentle and warm streams. Bathe in this energy, dear ones, and enjoy the happiness to be a spirit traveling on earth in human form. Bring to earth the gift you received in your divine home, the gift of unconditional love, the gift of divine peace and tranquility, the gift of healing, given to all people without exception. Your divine family deeply respects and honors you. We are always here and ready to provide you with assistance and support in creating a space of love, light, and healing. With love, Kryon. Practice Exercise 1. Affirmations for inner peace and tranquility. Once or twice a day, speak these affirmations aloud while looking into your own eyes in the mirror. I know who I truly am. I know my true essence. My true essence is divine. I am a divine spirit dwelling on earth in human form. No matter what happens around me, nothing and no one can change my divine essence. Whatever happens, I look at it through the eyes of spirit and see that there is no place for drama, no place for imbalance. Everything happens for the highest good of the universe and all souls on earth. I trust my divine essence. I trust the wisdom of the universe, and this trust creates the foundation for tranquility, peace, love, and light in my soul. Right now, I am creating for myself a space of divine love, divine light, divine peace, and tranquility. This is a safe, protected space, the center of which is in my heart. Being in this space, I am impervious to any external influences. Being in this space, I maintain balance and harmony no matter what happens around me. I am worthy of love, understanding, compassion, care, and forgiveness, and there are no reasons that could prevent this. I forgive, understand, and respect myself as God, the Almighty, the Creator of the universe, forgives, understands, and respects me. Understanding and accepting myself, I approach others without judgment, respecting their choices, whatever they may be. This gives me a wise perspective on things, a perspective filled with peace, tranquility, and love. Peace, tranquility, and love in my soul give me healing. In the protected space of peace, tranquility, and love, I feel comfortable and safe. I heal here and now, and every moment of my life brings me more peace, love, and healing. Exercise 2. Creating a personal space of healing. We must know that divine dimensions are our home, our homeland, where we all come from, even if we don't remember it. We must also remember that we are creators. Therefore, by our will, we can create in the divine dimensions of our reality the spaces that we need and that will serve our good. One such space is the space of healing. We can also create other spaces for rest, for fulfilling our desires, for meeting our angelic helpers, and so on. We enter the dimension of divine energies through our heart. After all, the entrance to this dimension is inside us, and otherwise we cannot enter it. Each of us has our own personal door there, and to enter this door, you just need to connect with your divine center, located in the heart, and express the intention that corresponds to you. But to create the spaces we need, we must use two tools: visualization and imagination. Remember that in divine dimensions, you cannot create anything negative. Otherwise, you will simply find yourself outside these dimensions. You cannot apply destructive energies there. Such an attempt will harm you, but not our divine home. But you can willingly create anything that is beneficial to you and all other souls. You can create any healing space to your liking because it is only your space. You can put anything you like there, except for anything that can harm you. By creating such a space, you can stay there as long as you want and whenever you want. In this space, you can solve any problems, not just health-related ones. You can simply relax there. But of course, healing should be your primary goal in this space. A well-defined goal will help you properly design this space and create everything you need for healing. Find an opportunity to be alone with yourself in a peaceful environment. Make sure no one disturbs you for at least half an hour. Create the most possible comfort and coziness for yourself. You should feel warm and soft. You should feel relaxed. Soft pillows, blankets, any warm and cozy things on which you can lie down or wrap around yourself will do. You can curl up like a ball as you did in childhood. You can cover yourself completely with a blanket. Imagine that your peace is guarded by a loving, caring angel. Feel completely safe. Everything that threatened you or worried you is somewhere far away in another reality and no longer has anything to do with you. Just like someone else's opinions, judgments about you, None of it affects you anymore because you are protected by angelic attention and care from any fuss and any influences of people and the material world in general. Focus on the area of the heart and connect with your divine center. Imagine that you have taken a step and entered the space of divine dimensions. Here is your divine home. It is peaceful and very good here. This is not a world of things. This is a world of energies. But these energies can create the most complex and beautiful forms. You can see flowers of extraordinary beauty, forests and fields, rivers and waterfalls, clouds and rainbows. And all this is many times more beautiful than on Earth because it is created from more subtle, brighter, shining, shimmering, and constantly changing energies. You can participate in this creation of the world using energies and your imagination. Think about what kind of world would be pleasant and easy for you to be in. You can mentally fill the space around you with anything you like. You can create a seaside, or an apple orchard, or a beautiful cozy house, or a majestic temple for yourself. Imagine all this and remember that you are creating a healing space for yourself where you should be comfortable. Fill this space with bright colors, but most importantly, fill it with love. Imagine how the air itself sparkles with the energies of love spilled in it. You breathe in this air, drink it, you literally breathe in love, which is spread everywhere. You can place any healing remedies you need in your healing space, medicinal herbs, minerals, healing sources, etc. You can invite the most famous healers of all time who have lived or are living on Earth, as well as your celestial healers, angels. You are a creator. It all depends on you. When you learn to stay in this space for at least 10-15 minutes a day, you will notice how your health and well-being gradually begin to improve. But remember that you must discard absolutely everything that worries or bothers you in your earthly life during this time. You must discard all disharmonious emotions and thoughts. You are required to immerse yourself in the enjoyment of peace for a while. All you need is to enjoy, bathing in the divine waves of love, floating as if weightless in the perfect and beautiful world you have created. For you, these journeys happen in imagination, but for your spirit, they are real. Provide the spirit with such a healing space, and it will start a huge healing work with you, which will benefit both the body and the spirit.